Hi, this is Courtney, your Lexis research attorney. I have some tips for you today on researching for potential scholarly paper topics. Just some sample searches that you can run to see if anything jumps out at you as something that would be interesting to write on. So one of the first topics that sort of screams note topic is going to be a circuit split. So a circuit split exists when two or more circuits disagree on the application of the law or the issue. You could discuss both courts' opinions, the impact of the opinions, and then how that issue should be resolved in the Supreme Court. So to pull up potential circuit splits, there's unfortunately no magic button, but there is a search that will generally do a fairly good job at uncovering them for us. And so that is going to be circuit within two of split or disagree with an exclamation point. So that's going to find any stemming of disagree. Go ahead and you run that search. Under court, I'm going to go ahead and select all federal. I can use the timeline filter. So say I just want to find circuit splits from the last 3 years or so. The more timely, the better. And then I could also sort on the right by date, newest to oldest. So these are going to be cases of any topic in federal court that mention that a circuit was split or disagreed. And so then you just kind of have to uncover what the circuits or the court was split on. So here we see the circuits were split over, and then it will tell us. And so if you had something of particular interest to you, you could also search within results over here for whatever that was to find circuit splits on particular legal issues. When you search for those, however, you also want to kind of be strategic there. So we're going to run the same search over again. So within this, I also want to find circuit within two of split or disagree. And I want all of that within 25 words of immigration, because I want to ensure that whatever the court is split on is closely related to my topic that I'm interested in researching. So I'm actually going to add a little bit more here. And again, it's not a magic button, but it's a way that you can get it back so that the opinions that you're finding are talking about the circuit split issue within a close proximity of also the area of law that you're interested in researching. We could also run this same search in news or legal news. So we've run circuit within two of split or disagree. Just going to change our category to legal news. So legal news is news that's been written for the legal community. So they're going to be highlighting those circuit split or disagreement issues. And so you could, again, scroll through them. You could also sort, again, on the right by date, newest to oldest. You could narrow in on particular subjects or, again, timeline or practice areas and just kind of see if any of those things really speak to you. Another great note topic might be legislative materials. So you could select a newly enacted statute, compare it to similar laws in other states. You could select a law that had a significant amount of discussion, so you will have enough sources for a thorough discussion yourself, something to pull from about the arguments and the disagreements in the drafting. You want to be careful with selecting pending legislation, since if this doesn't become law, your note will not be published. It will become a non-issue. But in the search box, we could type tribe or tribal. I'm then going to narrow down by statutes and legislation. And then from within here, I have all sorts of types. So under category, I want to focus in on bill tracking. I can then use the timeline filter to restrict again. So just bills that are being tracked for the last, say, again, 3 or 4 years. And then if you want to go ahead and narrow to all proposals that have already become law, you can go ahead and search within results, and you're going to type became public law, and I'll show you why. In the bill tracking, we'll have a date for when it became public law. So we can go ahead and we can open up any one of these. And as we scroll down, we can see this was enacted, and it specifically searched for, just jump right there, the date where it became public law. So that was at the end of last year. So here we have a bill that's newly become law the end of last year regarding tribes or tribal matters that might be interesting for us to write about the consequences of. If you really have no clue what you want to write about, you're just looking for something to catch your eye, you can also just review the legal news sources in their entirety. And so a really great one is Law 360. So you just want to type in here Law 360 legal news. and then it'll come up in the search box. You have the ability to type in legal news related to a particular topic that might be of interest to you, but you can also just say get all documents for this source with these 3 buttons. And then it will pull back all of the Law 360 legal news articles that, again, you can sort by date, you can narrow by subject, by timeline, by source, by practice area, search within results for something that starts to look like it might be interesting to you, but you've got a wealth of information here about what the legal community is talking about. So I hope that helps. If I can be of any help in helping you craft a search or refine a search, please let me know. I am here to help in any way that I can.